a fool. Hit him, 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 hit him. Smash him up, watch that move. Went too swift, can't catch these dudes. Hit him, 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 hit him. Listen, 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 listen. It's Eagles talk, let's talk Eagles. Philly bleed green, it's from your people. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's beat the squad. Big Pat Shell and Dante the dark job. Drop the stats on them, drop the facts on them. Spur gang, baby, let's get it on.
And welcome to Eagles Talk for Eagles fans by Eagles fans. And you see it's me, Wario. No, Pat. What's going on, everybody? Yes, we are back in full effect for this week. And as I get adjusted, as I sit here, DarkKnight will be on shortly as he's heading back from a meeting. He's a very important person, so therefore, he is out just like the shell is out. So that means we'll be drinking a lot tonight because we got to drink our sorrows away because of this team. There's a lot to talk about with this team. This team is not living up to their top billing. They're not playing up to what we expect them to play up to. And right now, it's just we're holding on by a thread. But I told you it's going to be a lot of drinking. So without further ado, let me know what you're drinking out there. You are listening and watching Eagles Talk by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. And here at the Eagles Talk, we are a very unique show. We like to do things that other shows don't do. We drink. Let me know what you're drinking out there. Today, my Willful Reserve was defeated, so I had to put it up. But today, I have the triple Jameson. If you're a Jameson fans out there, let me know. I'm letting you know right now, this is it. This is it right here. This triple, yes, sir. I'm drinking that tonight. Let me know what you're drinking out there. As we turn to our 4-2 birds, we're talking like we're 2-4 or 0-4 or 0-6, but right now we're 4-2. We still lead our division by a very slim margin. But right now we're down sledding. But to our Philadelphia Eagles to rebound down the hatch. Let's do this. Let me get everything ready. How about that? 3, 2, 1.
Listening to the
Yep. So we're back talking about our 4-2 birds as we took on the New York Football Giants last week, coming off our short week, and we got beat up. There's no other words to say. We literally got beat up, and it's no other way to put it. They ran the ball up the middle. They threw it whenever they wanted at Keely Ringo. Then QB Jaxson got in there. They threw it right back at him, especially when Richardson went down. It was curtains. It was no more. All right, we need these. We know how important having good backup cornerbacks are. Like we were saying it before, but Keely Ringo and Adoree Jackson showed no effort in making the tackle at the goal line. That's a fireboard offense almost. Just throwing your shoulder out there. Let me get to some comments. Jeremiah Andrews, the first one in the room. What up, fam? Richard, what's going on? He said, what's up, Eagles family? Jeremy T, what's up, Jay? What's up, JT? What's good, fam? Still go Birds. Always still go Birds. Richard is drinking the rain vodka and ultra light. I left my Corona in the refrigerator. It's ice cold, though. Jeremiah Andrews is going on a Crown. JT, you probably working, so you're on an H2O. Yeah. Jeremiah said the team morale is not there. Yeah, listen, the team morale is not there. They're not playing to their standard. They're not playing up to their standard of what it is to be a championship team. And it's hard to look at it and say, they're not a championship team. They're literally coming off a Super Bowl championship. So they are a championship caliber team. They're missing a few key players that, they left for free agency because they took more money. But what they put forth on Thursday night was unacceptable. Was unacceptable for a team that that has these many stars on it. Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, Dallas Goedert, Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley had a total of 58 rushing yards off of 12 carries. Like we make Cam Skattebo look like the second coming of Jerome Bennis. We can't have that again. We cannot have that again. Because we this week we play a team that has a very good offense, have very good defense. We need to be the aggressor. Stop letting them be the aggressor. Um, Isaac Yellowbank said, "What's good? Go Birds! Yes, go Birds." Richard Layton, we don't. Why don't we play action pass or RPL? Well, we did a little bit. We did a little bit. Then we reverted back to this little league football playbook. That's what I called it. It's a little league playbook. It's not even a high school or a college playbook. It's a little league playbook it's terrible. We're not getting a pass rush. You know what makes this thing worse? As I'll touch on the pass rush in a second, is that our offense is looking so terrible that it's actually taking the spotlight off our defense. We're talking more about why our offense is not performing than really looking at our defense and saying our defense needs to be better. They're not. I mean, to have a team rush for almost 200 yards on you, almost rush for 200 yards on you, and for you to sit there and just take that's a smack in the face. If this is not a wake up call, I don't know what else is. Let me get some more comments out of here. Dion, what up, Dion? Yo, yo. What's this? My brother, Charles Davis said, "Go Birds." Yes, go Birds. He also said, "Uncreative offense." It's very uncreative. Right now, I don't see any crossing routes. I don't see anything that will get a defense worrying about what we're doing on offense. We're doing the same BS time in and time out, and it's not working. We ran the same play with our tight end and Devontae Smith on the same side at one time. They switched it up on the other side, and all they did was run to the sticks. That's all they did. They just ran to the sticks and turned. That's all he did. That's not creative. That's Little League playbook. Christopher Pugh said, "Yo, what's good, fam? Just stopping by to holler. You have a blessed night. You too. Be safe out there." Frank Brown, what's up, Frank? Haven't seen you in a while. It's a shame we are 4-2, and I feel like this. It is. You know, we're 4-2. We're on the good side of 4-2, but right now it feels like we're on the bad side of 4-2. Right? It feels like we're not 4-2. I feel like we haven't won a game because the way we have played against those other teams, against the Kansas City, we should have lost that. I'm not. Well, we should have won that game against Dallas. We should have definitely won that game. KC. The Rams, we should have lost that game. That's how piss poor we played. All right. I thought that second half of the Rams game was a change of things to come. Boy, were we wrong. Against the Bucks. Listen, the Bucks right now is the best team in the NFL, and we beat the Bucks. Right? We beat the Bucks. But at the same time, we can't play like the offense that we have played these past 2 weeks. We can't. Against the Broncos, there's no way in the world we should let this team come back on us. No way in the world we should let a Broncos team led like by bro Knicks. Listen, they just played in London and they look like crap. All right, they look like crap. And the Giants team, you give them hope. You give them hope with their rookie quarterback and their rookie running back. Listen, I like Cam. I like Cam Skattebo, but he's going to bring it every single time. So therefore, don't let up. Don't let up. If he's going to bring it, you need to bring it too. All right. You need to, every time you step on that field, you need to bring your lunch bell. Some stats really quickly. Dallas Goedert had 9 receptions for 110 yards. The second receiver this season to go over 100 yards. The first one was Devontae Smith. Well, the third one, I'm sorry. First one was Devontae Smith. Second one was AJ Brown. Finally, and now Dallas Goedert has went over 100 yards this season. He was the lone receiving touchdown. Jalen Hurts had a rushing touchdown. AJ Brown had a pretty decent game. He had 6 catches for 80 yards. He was only targeted 9 times. Devontae Smith was targeted 5. He caught 4 passes for about 49 yards. But that's pretty much it. Our game is predicated on our offense is predicated on running the ball properly and effectively, and we're not doing that right now. We're very, very predictable. As I look at some more comments, very predictable. He said, Frank said we could be 1-5. He ain't never lie. Let me get to Bill Crow. What's up, everyone? I'm late. Yeah, you go ahead, take one shot. Jeremy said we need to start taking folks lunch and their lunch money. We do, but who's going to be the bully right now? We getting bullied right now. Who's going to be the bully on our team besides Jalen Carter getting kicked out of the game for spitting on somebody? He's the bully, and he's not acting like a bully. All right. Phil Barnes, what up, Phil? Good to see you, my friend. Eddie, he said so many things we're looking at, but I'm going to add one more issue with the team, and that is the schedule. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the Eagles do not have back-to-back home games. All that travel weird teams out. The Heat, I don't know. I mean, yes. All right, we don't have back-to-back home games, and yes, you are traveling, but you are a professional. I mean, this is not college. You don't have to worry about going to exams the next day or doing things like that. You're getting paid a nice chunk of change to go out there and do your job. All right, to do your job. All we ask you to do is prepare properly during the week and come out there and play a brand of football that we can appreciate. Not the brand of football that we saw last week getting blown out 34-17. That wasn't Eagle football. I don't know what that was. All right. Richard, he said, how come they're not playing Ty Robinson? I have no clue. I'm not on the coaching staff. If I was, there'd be a lot of shake-up things, and I might get fired. Jeremiah said, we need to weaken the secondary offense can't put a complete half together. They can't put a complete game together. Forget a half. We need a whole game. Because they did one half against the Rams when they came back. They put a great second half together. And we thought that was going to be, what we needed to get supercharged for the rest of the season. But apparently that was, smoke and mirrors. Bill Crow said, yes, we can play this way and expect to win. Defense has to be able to tackle. You damn right. You damn right. I'm going to touch on this comic on the other end of the first quarter. But again, I'm going to end this quarter.
That's the end of the quarter.
You are watching and listening to Eagles Talk by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. And here at Eagles Talk, we like to indulge in adult beverage. Adult beverage is anything that you as an adult consider a beverage. We want you to drink water, drink lots of water. But right now, I'm drinking the triple Jameson. If you're a Jameson fan, you should try it. It's very good. It came out about maybe 2 months ago, and I've been on this, and it's very good. You're probably wondering, Pat, what happened to the Wilford Reserve? Why did you put that down? Well, we lost with the Wilford Reserve, and anytime we lose, I got to try my luck on something else. So let me know what you're drinking out there, and let's toast to our Philadelphia Eagles as they prepare and get ready for the Carson Wentz-led Minnesota Vikings this Sunday. To our Philadelphia Eagles, let me know what you're drinking. 3, 2, 1.
You're listening to the second quarter.
Leon Spencer put up a comment that I've been seeing all week. All week. And oh man, the DarkKnight has entered the stage. Yeah, you gotta see something. So when we enter the stage, it has an announcement say the DarkKnight has entered the stage studio.
What? Did it? Did it? Wow, that's what's up.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, all right. Let me switch this off real quick. But what's going on, DarkKnight? How you doing, sir?
What's going on, everyone? We're coming off of our special town hall on Sunday, where we got a lot of things off our chest, and we are looking forward to this Sunday and seeing if they've listened to us. Hopefully, they listen to us, and hopefully they are taking this urgent, with a sense of urgency, because we still have to compete during the regular season. I know we have two-thirds of the season to go, so we have some time to get it together, but we can't lose ground as we do that. So that's why there's a sense of urgency. Like we can't go through a 4-game winning streak and be on the verge of not making the playoffs. And you know what I mean? Like we can't put that in jeopardy. So there has to be a sense of urgency. And that was the reason for the town hall meeting. So hopefully we'll see some improvement. I was watching the Monday night game. Oh my goodness. And to see these teams with this creative offense, I mean, the Bears, for Christ's sake, the Bears were running more exciting and creative offense than the Super Bowl champion, us. I was looking at plays that they were running, and I was like, that's what I want. I want that for my team. And it was happening on both sides of the ball. We saw two young offensive minds having a fun out there with their toys, which were their offenses. And we're not experiencing that. And we have a lot of shiny new toys on our offense. We have shiny toys on our offense, and we're not getting the same production. And I'm just watching that game Monday night, and I'm in awe of what they're doing with their players. And I'm like, we got players that are way better than these, and we can't get. I mean, there was one play where Caleb, he turned around 2 times, faked 2 handoffs, and gave an end around. And I'm like, yo, this is what I want. I want this.
That's just that's just the offensive coordinator and the offensive, the mind trust being trustworthy with their quarterback and what their offense has to give to them. Listen, we have that, Dark Knight. Dark Knight, we have that.
What? We have what? We don't have them plays.
We have people on our offense that could perform those.
Oh yeah, we know that. I'm talking about the plays.
Listen, we had that offensive coordinator. Do you understand what this offense would look like right now? Shoot, DeAndre Swift had 68 yards receiving, over 100 yards rushing.
Right, and that's because of the play design and the offensive play caller. So yeah, we have the personnel, but we don't have that. We don't have that offense. That offense that I saw on both teams too. On the Commanders, and you had Kingsbury on the Commanders, and you had what's his name, the head coach of the Bears. Chicago.
Yeah,
that was amazing. That's the type of offense I want to see. That's the type of creativity I want to see this Sunday, and not just for a half, because that's all we've been getting. It's a half of it. I don't want a half. I want a whole. I want a whole game of it. I want a half a hoagie. I don't want a half a cheesesteak. I want the whole. Yeah, I'm greedy. I want the whole damn thing. I don't want half. I've been getting halves.
It's been Josh, but pause. All right, so Dark Knight, I totally agree with you. We had a take up here, but we're in the second quarter right now, and the one take was, would you take CJ Garner back now? I think we got to wait a game before we can take him back. I think
I don't think it's possible. I think he had to play so many games or something.
I think we had to play 4 games in a season. He had to become a free agent. So he already met the criteria for him to come back to our team by playing 2 games with Houston. Houston traded him, released him. He got picked up by Baltimore. Baltimore released him. He's a free agent now. He has to wait, I think, one more game before we can actually pick him up for anything.
Oh, all right. I'm not crazy about him, but I don't know.
It's something with him on our team that changes the mindset of the defense. I don't know what it is.
I don't think the defense has a mindset that needs to be changed. We need talent. If anything, I don't think our mindset is suffering. This defense still tough, although we had that last game that we stunk it up. But prior to that game, one thing you were not saying about that defense is they need to pick it up mentality-wise. This team is still, this defensive side of the ball is still aggressive. And I don't know if you want to bring it talent-wise, I don't think he adds – he's not a great safety. Cover-wise, he hits hard, but he's not a great safety cover-wise. So I don't think on the talent side, he's going to add much. And if anything, with the way, and I'm just speculating, I don't know what's going on inside that locker room, but I can assure you that it's not all sunshiny and roses. And I don't know if you want to mix him in with that, what's going on in the locker room. I don't know if he's going to help it or, be explosive to it. I don't know. You guys let me know. That's just my opinion. You guys let me know. Do you want CJ DJ back? Is he worth bringing back? Do you think that we're suffering that much that we need to bring him back?
We need something, but I love this one right here. Let me read it for you, DarkKnight. I know you got your glasses on. So Daphne Nicole said, "Hey family, I'm late, but to answer your question, we was talking about our energy. We need some bullies on our defense. I think Nicole will bring some bully energy, and I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. We saw that we had Zadarius Smith retire. From your town watch, right after your town watch, he retired.
Yeah, I think he saw the show. He was like, "Man, I'm out of here." DarkNight, right? I'm the hell out of here.
So you take the rookie. He's been a top 5 rookie this year. He's been in that top 3, top 5 rookie on the defensive side all year. He's been that good. You put him on the outside, he can rush the quarterback. He can get to the quarterback. He knows what it is to be a pro in the league now. It's his 6th game. He has no excuses now. Jahad, yeah. The Kobe thing does bring something to this defense. I don't know what it is. Smarts, him taking better angles, him making better decisions, and moving players in a better positions. But the Kobe out there is just like having, I hate to say it, a Brian Dawkins, but a smaller Brian Dawkins who's a linebacker. You evolve the defense around this guy, and he makes sure players are in the right position. Is he going to solve all the issues on defense? Hell no. We don't have a second corner. If we go out there and get Asante Samuel Jr. or Stephen Gilmore, we might have a second corner replacement just for the rest of the season. But right now, we don't have a second corner, and that's the issue. We have a rookie starting at safety. He's been good. He's been bad. The bad has shown. The good, all right, cool.
Yeah, I think the Kobe, if we're talking about bringing a toughness, which you please point out where we don't seem tough. Take away last game, because if you're going to judge us on the last time you saw the defense, I can see where all the concern is coming from. That was by far our worst defensive game last game. But take that game out of the mix and tell me that you've not seen toughness the other games. So I don't know if toughness is what we need. I think we have enough of that. And if you consider the fact that N'Kobe's back, that's toughness. Nolan Smith is going to be back very shortly. That's toughness. I don't know if we necessarily need a CJ DJ to inject toughness. I don't think toughness is what we're lacking. We're lacking a pass rush. That's what we're lacking. If CJ DJ can bring a pass rush with him, then I'll take him right now, immediately. So if he's going to bring that, but I don't know if we're lacking toughness. I don't know.
What it is, DarkKnight, and I could be wrong, but is this actually they said this on the radio? Mike Maylock said this, right? He said the offensive issues has overlapped what the defense is doing. A lot of things on our defensive side, they're not bringing it. They're being bullied out there. This past game, our all-pro linebacker.
I said, take that out. Take that out. Don't judge us off the last game.
I'm going to go to our Denver game. Okay. Our Denver game, we were bullied up the middle of the field. We were bullied by our taller receiver.
We weren't bullied. We were tired. We were tired because our offense was doing 3 and outs, and that defense had to come in so often. Go back and look at the time of possession.
That's why I say it's our offense. Our offense is actually putting the cape over everybody's eyes of what the defense is not doing. Sometimes we ask our defense, listen, we need you on the field for 3 quarters, please. Because
we're not 4 without our defense.
Huh?
Let's get it twisted. We're not 4-0 without our defense.
Oh, no, we're not.
We're probably 2-2 or maybe even
Nah, we're
1-3.
1-5. We're 1-5.
Yeah, without this defense. So I'm not putting, we lost 2 games. Don't get me wrong. And that last game, they were. I will give you can use any adjective you want. But the last game, bullied or whatever. They got outplayed. I'll give you that one. Denver, tired. Offense, and it was a result of the offense being very ineffective. Very ineffective. A lot of 3 and outs in the second half when we were supposed to be milking the clock and running this and salting this game away. Instead, we were 3 and out so many times. The defense was going to feel way too long in that second half.
We were forcing the ball to AJ when we shouldn't have to.
Yes.
I said that time in and time out. It's a flow. It's a flow. If you don't get the flow right, therefore the offense doesn't go right.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Eddie just summed it up.
Defense is tired and injured. They are playing more than the offense. You are 100% right. But there are 3 facets to every single game. There's 4. I'm sorry, it's 4. There's offense. We got in this quarter. Offense, defense, special teams, and coaching. All right.
Ooh, I'm just getting back. I was about to end the whole show. Hold on, I'm wrong.
don't touch that button.
Don't touch that button. All right, here we go.
That's the end of the quarter. And
this is good conversation, Dark. I'll be honest.
Yo,
I'm here.
So watch Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around. That's by us Eagles fans, for us Eagles fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, that is the Philadelphia Eagles. We do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. I have the Celsius and Celsius energy drink, and I'll probably be up to 2 o'clock, but it's okay because guess what? It's a holiday this weekend. What holiday is it, DarkKnight? It's DarkKnight's birthday on Monday. So I don't have to go back to work until.
Wait a minute, DarkKnight.
Yeah.
Not only is your birthday, it's the wife's birthday on Saturday.
And the wife's birthday. Libra season is upon us. So it's holiday weekend this weekend. So I can drink a Celsius tonight, and I can stay up to 3 o'clock in the morning if I want to, because I don't have anywhere to go. Well, I do. I do have somewhere to go tomorrow, but I don't have to be there early, so I can relax. So guys, raise your drinks. Let's salute our Super Bowl winning Philadelphia Eagles. I have to hype myself up. I'm a mindset coach, and I have to reframe some things myself so I can get hyped up about my team, because I wasn't hyped up a week ago tonight. But here we go to our Philadelphia Eagles, man. Down the hatch. 3, 2, 1. What quarter we in? Third. Okay.
You're now listening to the third quarter.
All right, Dion, are you happy now? Dion, you've been slacking too, man. Shell he's just been playing with you, Dion. He's making a mockery of your quality control. He's just throwing up all kind of silly stuff again. What is wrong with your brother, man? Why can't he just do a simple check and make sure what he's seeing is true? Spam is killing the internet now. I mean, it's like an infectious disease. We used to just see spam on in ads and stuff like that. Now you get spam phone calls. Now with AI, you're getting spam news reports, because that's what there are. Those fake news reports are like spam in the form of news articles now, and you have to be careful on what you believe out there, because AI is crazy. They're just making up stuff and putting it out there, and Shell falls for that bait every time. Everything that looks shiny and exciting, he just be like, oh, look at that. Let's put that up there. That's true. No, it's not true. It's not true. You can't believe everything you see. Shell, please take a second and vet the information. Like Dion says, it's being lazy. Don't be lazy.
You know what Shell likes to do. He sees these different articles and he gets excited about it. As an Eagles fan, as a fan, I get a little excited too. Then I look at it and I say generated by AI, and I look at how it's presented. Right?
Yeah.
When I look at how it's presented, now that I know what it is, it's like, nah, that's Brian Dog is in didn't buy half of the team. Jalen Hurts then go to the Children's Hospital and get and brought the whole right wing of the hospital, and then they name it after Jalen Hurts. Yeah, no.
Yes.
I mean, later down the road, that might happen, but right now, no, that's not the truth.
The latest he put up is Jeffrey Lurie went off on the team. When the last time or the first time you've ever seen Jeffrey Lurie go off on the team? Oh, I was like, as soon as I saw it, I said, there's no way. There's no way this has happened. All right, Palatero. Who will Howie trade for? DN. I don't know. Look, let's be realistic about this. Now, the trade deadline is still upon us, right? But let's look at the trend. There's not a whole lot of game changing trades that are made at this time of year.
No,
there's not. And the likelihood that there'll be one with us is slim to none. So, I mean, if Howie does it, that's why we hail him as the master. But I'm very doubtful that that's going to happen. So, with that being said, we're going to have to get used to what we have, and hopefully we can get healthy enough. And that's all the defense needs. They just need to get healthy. Don't get me wrong; they don't have a pass rush, but who knows? Vic may be able to conjure up something with a healthy defense. He might be able to, like you guys just suggest, move a Jahad Campbell to orchestrate some pressure. You get back a Nolan Smith, and maybe that rotation, a healthy rotation, generates some pass rush. That's what we can hope for. You know what I mean? I mean, it's very sad or very bad that Smith retired. And that's concerning to me. I don't know if anybody else. I heard them talk about it on WIP. Somebody touched on it, but that doesn't concern you that he just retired right in the middle of the season like that. When I just heard him not like a week or two ago talk about, I'm just warming up. Wait till I get in shape, and all of a sudden, like he just comes in like, I'm out of here. I can't do it. I'm done.
I think those players, and I think Baldy said it the best, if I'm not mistaken, if he did say this. He said players that miss training camp, veteran players that's been in the league for 10+ years, they're pretty much ring chasing if they didn't win a ring, and when they get on a team, and are waiting to be a late free agent hire, some of them have those thoughts. This is their last season. It might not be because of the team. It could be because of the rigors of what it brings on the body, and plus they weren't properly prepared for the season. We literally could. You could trade for an offensive coordinator. It's not going to happen.
We need to do that like right now. Like we need to give up a day one pick. We need to give up a day one pick for OC. Think about this, right? A new OC would probably, I'm not going to say guarantee, that's pretty strong, but a new OC would really up our chances of getting back to the Super Bowl right now. A new OC with a creative, experienced, creative mind would take our chances of getting back to the Super Bowl way up, even now. Because that's the only thing I see. I'm not going to poo-poo the fact that we're a little banged up. That does have an effect. But our most disappointing aspect of the season has been the offense. And if we was to get a new OC, I think that would not guarantee, that's a strong word, but it would raise our chances to get back to Super Bowl tremendously.
So I'm going to help you out on that one, DarkKnight. Right now, being though the playbook is put in. If we got a new OC, and say the new OC came in there and he had his own playbook, this team would not be right for at least 4 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks.
All right. Yeah, that's the reality. You're right about that. I was thinking more fantasy wise. Like if I could snap my fingers and a new OC was in his place and they had grasp or they had a good knowledge of his offense, that would guarantee that. But you're right. In reality,
that would help if Kellen Moore came back, because it's pretty much the same type of offense, right?
Right. Or Shane Steichen.
No, Shane Steichen even had different language. Like so, those languages that's inside those calls is much different from from coordinator to coordinator. You have to change it up, and you can't keep the same verbiage. So, if they kept the same verbiage, then everything would be vanilla across the board, and everybody would know everybody's calls.
Yeah. Now, Palatero said, bring back Dougie P. I wouldn't be opposed to that. Palatero
He's looking
said,
for a
no, it's
consultant.
secondary because the confusing of safety, Blankenship, and Makuba are not in the right mind.
Listen, I always said that Blankenship, he is second fiddle to whoever is our starting corner safety. Right, he plays a good box role. Safety is a strong safety, but if you leave him on the island, he's getting beat. We already saw that early in the season. Shoot, right? So he's not the all world safety that we look for. He makes consistent tackles, solid tackles, coverage. He's about 60-70%. Is that better than anybody else out there right now? Probably so. But that's why we need to pair him with a safety that can cover sideline to sideline, that is flexible to be able to get on the line of scrimmage and cover a slot receiver like Makuba can do.
Did we though, Eddie? Did we criticize? I don't recall criticizing Dougie P for a vanilla offense. Did we?
Yes, we did. We did.
And the year he won the Super Bowl, we were criticizing him for a vanilla offense.
After he won a Super Bowl, his offense was vanilla. It was
basically. Oh yeah, you're right. Because I was calling for I was calling for that coach, the offensive coordinator he had. Because I thought he was Frank Reich. I was calling for Frank Reich. I thought Frank Reich was better. All right, you're right. You're right. Thank you for reminding me. You're right. So one thing I would give Dougie P is he was good at taking input from his players. He would do that. But that, then you would need for your players to be great play designers. You know what I'm saying? Or else you're listening to, you just listen to anybody. But this game coming up is going to be very important, and we're going to be looking for a change. We're going to be looking for some improvement, as we have been all year. We've been looking for improvement from this offensive unit all year. And now it's even more urgent, or it's even more. I'm scared even more because now the defense is not. Prior to this, I would go into every game like, all right, the offense has not gotten together, but the only thing that gives me some reassurance is the fact that I know the defense is going to come and they're going to keep us in the game. Now I'm not so sure about that. So now I'm really a little scary around Halloween season. Now I'm really a little scary going into games because the defense is a little banged up and I can't count on them as before to hold it up for the offense and keeping us in the game. So it's getting really scary. So I'm really going to need to see that offense take a step forward. I really am. You guys let me know, what is your biggest concern going into this game on Sunday? What's your biggest concern?
Our secondary going against their elite receivers.
Oh my God! Why do?
I'll be honest with you. I mean, I know we had everything. Everybody's talking about how much the defense has been on the field. They're tired. This, that. Listen, Q can play one side of the field. So I'm an offensive coordinator. I'm going to opposite side of the field. I got Addison. I got some other. I got the tight end Hawkinson. I got other people I can go to. So I'm not worried about if you take Justin Jefferson away because I got other receivers to go to. Now, if you don't travel Q with him and say Q's not healthy, which he is, there's reports that
you put that out there quick.
Let me mix this. Q, Jalen Carter, and Landon Dixon were both back to practice. They're both healthy.
All right. Were they full participants? Because I heard in one report,
full participants.
That they were today they were full participant. Okay, yesterday I heard they were limited. All right.
I mean,
my biggest concern. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's my biggest concern.
All right. Dion says my biggest concern is that Carson Wentz going to light our asses up. Oh, don't say that, Dion. He ain't lighting us up. We ain't letting the Carson light us up. That we got to watch the same offense. That's a biggest concern, that we got to watch the same offense. Woo. With Q coming back, it's the pass rush. Yeah, the pass rush. If we don't win this week, we are in serious trouble. Yeah, I hate to lean that way, but 3 in a row, that's if anything is reminiscent of 2023, a 3-game losing streak would be that.
Yeah, I
And
got those.
I've been pushing that off. I've been telling JT, no, we don't look like 2023. Stop saying that. No, we don't. But a 3-game losing streak would kind of, have this team resembling that team of 2023. And that would be big time cause for concern. A 3-game losing streak?
Get that out
This
there.
early in the season? I'm not. Let me stop saying it. Yeah, I'm
Get
not.
that
I'm gonna
But
stop
you know what?
saying it.
These are things that we worry about because Justin Jefferson is one monster in itself, right? You got Jordan Addison, you got Adam Thielen, who actually gave Cooper DeJean the welcome to the NFL moment last year. Remember him with the Carolina Panthers?
Yeah.
Like schooling Coop, taking him to
Yeah.
school. He had them 2,200 yards on him, right? So Adoree Jackson, Keely Ringo, these guys, they are not it. And the person that was it, I just found out who's the cornerback for the Vikings, Rodgers. We was going to match any offer out there.
Yeah, that's I spoke on that on Sunday.
But what happened was Isaiah already had a deal in place 2 days prior to the start of free agency. 2 days prior to the start of free agency, and we didn't get an opportunity to match the deal because Howie wanted to keep Isaiah Rodgers. So we gotta say this: Howie dropped the ball. This blah 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 blah. He did not drop the ball. He wanted to match the offer and make sure that Isaiah Rodgers was there. Because you remember, not only did he bring Isaiah into our organization when he was on suspension, we did a contract for him so he can be has a little bit more money here with us. So he was investing in Isaiah Rodgers because he knew what talent that he could have had. But that's the life of the NFL.
Man, that is crazy. That is crazy. And I guess Isaiah. Nobody talked to Isaiah and told him like, "Yo, you're our guy." Like somebody failed to tell him, like, "Dude, don't sign it. You're our guy." I guess that was a part of the negotiation, huh? You couldn't reveal your hand, and that cost us because Isaiah is the reason why I thought that we would be good. Moving on from Slay. People were talking about we're going to move on for Slay. I could see that coming with as much money as he was expected to make. I could see that they were going to move on from him. But I was like, okay, we have Isaiah. We should be good. And then when he left, that's when I was like, oh, my God, what are we going to do now? What are we going to do now? And we found out, and I remember last year going into the season, we were like, this is one of the strongest cornerback secondary rooms we've had in a long time. And specifically in the cornerback position. We were raving over the depth in our cornerback room. And how quick has that just folded? Like, we were raving about having Keely, a young corner, looking promising in our cornerback room. And once we had to depend on him, we found out that was fool's gold. Fool's gold, because he's not what we thought he was. He is not what we thought he was.
He has no confidence. He has no confidence in anything that he does. And the funny thing about Keely Ringo is he's fast. He's one of the faster corners in the league. But when you have no confidence in what you're doing, you can't cover a soul. You can't cover a guy running a 4.9. One comment was up there about Bennett, Ja'Cory Bennett. He's actually on IR. We get all these guys back after the bye week. So they had to set out 4 games. So 4 games, they're not going to be back until after the bye.
Yeah, we need them back. But let's end this quarter because we want to get out of here before the game comes on. So,
and that's the end of the quarter.
All right, you are watching Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around. That's by us Eagles fans for us disgruntled, frustrated Eagles. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team. That is the Philadelphia Eagles. We do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. Pat is doing the Jameson. I'm doing the Celsius energy drink. I'll be up till 3-4 o'clock in the morning. So if you just on social media, I'll be up. All right. So anyway, let's take our drinks and salute our Philadelphia Eagles. Down the hatch. 3, 2, one.
You're now listening to the fourth quarter.
All right. Oh, man. So people are asked the question, what is your biggest concern going into this game? And I'll read some of the responses. Carson Wentz has something to prove, somebody said. Palatero said, Adoree Jackson, Ringo playing. That's their biggest concern. Yeah. Adoree Jackson and Ringo playing. That's his biggest concern. Wow. Somebody said it's time for Scott. What's his name? Scott
LaFleur.
Yeah, to take over.
He's not here. I don't know who he is. Oh. I look it up right now because we got to get the interns in here.
All right. What's going on with Bennett? Bennett's on IR, man. And I have hope. I still have hope that Bennett is the answer. I have hope that Bennett is the answer, and I hope that he proves me right. At least be more serviceable than these guys. So, realistically, it's hard to expect someone to play on the level of Darius Slay. Darius Slay is, borderline Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? He had a string of all-pro years and playing at a very, very high level. So it's not easy to replace him. So, I can't compare these guys, obviously can't compare these guys that we have to a Darius Slay. Come on. No, nobody's going to be that, not that we have here. But if we can get better play than what we've gotten out of Jackson and Ringo, you know what I mean? Like a couple notches better. Doesn't have to be Darius Slay better, but it has to be a couple notches better than Adoree and Ringo. You know what I'm saying? Like, please, just compete.
I'm going to tell you one person that could do that. A Denzel Ward from the Browns. Since the Browns want to trade everybody, they just traded Grant Newsome II. Trade us Denzel Ward. He could be our second corner.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If they do that, and they have a stout defense, I don't know if they're ready to sell out like that. Because if you sell somebody, like if you trade somebody like that, you're basically like blowing up the team, saying we don't have any chance. And their defense is pretty stout. Their defense is stout. So, if you trade away your big pieces off of defense, aren't you saying like, all right, we're blowing it up, or we're going to start over? I mean, can you do that if you're the Browns and you just gave this massive contract to Myles Garrett and to give up on this team? I don't know. I mean, I'll take him. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know how realistic that is.
Well, the thing about it is that they got to pay him. He's a first-round draft pick, 4th overall. And right now he's still on his rookie contract. So Word, they going to have to pay him like a top corner. And you just said it, DarkKnight. They have paid most of the people already, and they have paid their offensive guys. They're not going to be able to afford some guys on defense, and Ward may be the one guy they can't afford. And if you get rid of him now, listen, if you get rid of him now, you make headway of getting your defense, keeping your defense as stout as it is, and still building towards the future with that defense.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, DarkKnight.
I was going to say, then what are we going to do with him? I mean, can we afford to pay him? I don't think so. I don't know, but I know Howie's the master of.
We got Howie Rose. We can afford to pay him.
I don't know. I mean, we're paying a lot of people. I mean, it's not as easy as you're saying, because if that was the case, we wouldn't have let all these people walk out the door. So let's not assume that. I know Howie's the man and all, but there's a reason why we don't have Josh Sweat and Darius Slay and Milt Williams. There's a reason. And if Howie was the wizard that we know he is, somebody would still be here. So I know it's not feasible for us to sign everybody. I do get that. So this may turn into, if you make the trade, you take the risk of this turning into a rental. And how much are you going to pay for a rental? That's when we get into, all right, how much do you give up for somebody that you may only have till the end of this year because you can't afford to pay him what he needs to pay, unless there's a sign and trade where you sign him beforehand. And I don't know how realistic that is. But I would take him. Don't get me wrong. I would take Denzel Ward in a heartbeat. That would be a great signing. That would be a great replacement for Darius Slay. We will be back in business and only needing to add a pass rush after that. All right, Dark Knight, if you take a damn pay cut, we can afford these guys here, right? Well, then we ain't going back to the Super Bowl no more.
Brandon, a comment. Carter
Our
Wentz,
biggest
the
guy.
biggest
Yeah,
contract. I want to say this before you say something about him real quick. He's not playing right now. Yes, and I went back and saw the tape, not this past week because he didn't play this week, but the prior weeks that he played, he's not playing up to having a big contract. He's playing like, he's playing like he's reminding me of, and it's scary right now. He's reminding me of Albert Hainsworth. Albert Hainsworth played a great year to get a big contract, and after that, he was poo butt. Remember that? He was poo butt. And that's what he's playing. That's what I think he's playing for. He's playing for a big second contract. Then he's going to not be a big time
Carter.
Player. Yeah,
don't say that. Don't put that on the atmosphere.
DarkKnight, we're talking about running up the middle. When he's been in the game, they have been testing him. Yeah, last year he was a monster at the defensive line. We can always count on him. First of all, he's out of shape. He's injured, and he has showed basically he hasn't looked nothing like he did last year. Nothing.
Pat, don't say that, Pat. Pat, we can't. Oh my goodness, we can't put that out there. I mean, Jalen Carter. We have him. We already have him in the Hall of Fame. No. He can only play his way out of the Hall of Fame, and you're telling me that he's showing Albert Hainsworth traits. That's not good. That's horrible. That's not good. Oh, by the way, your wife says she's had one too many hitties. Okay, all right. So just get back to it's up on the screen. She said your wife has had one too many hitties. All right, so we I hope that's not true. I really do hope that's not true. I don't want to say it, but part of me it's not outrageous what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? It's not outrageous. I just hope that it's not true. And the reason why I say it's not outrageous is because we've seen him exhibit some immature behavior when we expect him to be more mature than that. Don't have to go any further than the spit gate early this season.
Yeah,
you couple that with what you just explained about him not coming into camp in shape after the Pro Bowl and Super Bowl season that he had. Yeah, that shows there are red flags there. A lot of red flags there. Shows a lot of immaturity. But Albert Hainsworth, ooh, I'm with Dion. No, not Albert Hainsworth.
I mean, listen, I want Jalen Carter to be, all world. We said he's the second coming of Aaron Donald. This year.
Oh my God, they going off in the
we ain't gonna put that on the screen.
I know we're not gonna go. All right, you guys, come on now. Let's be respectful here.
Oh goodness.
All right, okay. Look, health is a big issue, a big plus. How we wanted to get younger. Richard Booth, he did, and I think he got younger. I think that I talked about this on Sunday too. I think Howie had the right formula in what he prioritized and who he thought who he should pay, what direction to go in, knowing that we can't pay everybody their worth. We just can't. There's not enough money under the salary cap to do that. So you have to make some tough decisions. And Howie decided to let some people go and go with the cheaper labor. And cheaper labor nowadays, or in the NFL, is your draft class, your people that's in here on rookie deals. So it's imperative that they hit on more of those draft picks. And I don't think they did a bad job. I mean, it remains to be seen. I don't think they did a bad job, but some rookies or young players take time to develop. You don't get a Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper every year. That was a bonus. That was a privilege to have drafted players like that can roll, that can come right out of college and play at a high level on the pro or NFL level. That was a blessing. But not everybody can do that. And I reminded people on Sunday that Milt Williams didn't start out like that. Nope. He was not the Milt Williams that got the $26 million contract. when he first got here. That was a process that he went through. He developed into that. And some of our young guys, I think they have the potential, but they're going to need a year or two to develop into that. And we're in their first year or second year for some of these guys. We saw BG take more time than that. We called BG a bust until he started to play up to his potential. So, some of these players are going to be in that mold also. Keeley might be one of them, although we're ready to throw him away. But he just might be that one. You know what I'm saying? He showed some potential, and he's done something to garner Vic Fangio's respect and loyalty, because he's a Vic Fangio pick.
Mm-hmm.
And he had to have shown something for Vic to be so high on him, and he's just not gotten there yet.
Yeah, it's going to take a little bit, and I just hope that this team turns this thing around. I'm just looking for this team to turn it around and just hit that switch, because with these athletes they have, it's literally all they have to do is hit that switch.
They talk about some Pat that lost his damn mind. Take that bottle from Pat. Go Giants. Deshaun Quignon, CB, Nakobe Dean starting at his position, and Campbell.
Yes.
It remains to be seen. I listen to Nick. Nick is not giving anything away. That's a possibility, but because of strategy purposes, because of sportsmanship, he's not going to reveal anything like that on a Thursday or a Wednesday, actually, when I heard him give his press conference. So it remains to be seen, but, I believe that Vic will use Campbell and effectively, and I hope that Campbell can, seamlessly make that transition from inside linebacker to DN. And that's not something that is a given or guaranteed. Well, we hope that he could do that. He has the athleticism.
In our defense, it's not necessary. You're not straight up defensive end. You're outside linebacker, because we play 3-4 over. So right. He will be the outside linebacker who has experience covering tight ends and running backs already as the middle linebacker position. So it'll be an easy transition for that in those particular defensive calls. It'd be a harder transition for him to get off and get into a pass rush mode against a left tackle or a right tackle. But that will come, with his athleticism and his ability just to make a play. He's going to make some plays at that position. You just got to give him the opportunity.
All right. With that being said, man, we're going to wrap it up here, and you guys can go watch Thursday Night Football, and we're going to reconvene here on Sunday. We're playing in Minnesota. Is that a 4:00 game?
It's a 1:00 game.
Oh, 1:00 game in Minnesota. A 1:00 game. Okay. All right. So we're going to reconvene here. I want everybody to coordinate their watches and stuff like that. We're going to reconvene here on Sunday at 12:00 and get ready to watch our Philadelphia Eagles make their dramatic comeback to the world of competition, because we didn't compete last week. So we're going to make our reemergence as contenders again by whipping up on the Minnesota Vikings. I really hope so. You know what I'm saying? I really hope so. So we're out of here. I'm your man, DarkKnight, for my co-host Pat and Nichelle in our absence. You guys enjoy. Don't forget, holiday weekend, DarkKnight, Stephanie, birthday weekend, Libra season. We're out of here. Peace.
We go live in 5, 4, 3, 2. Smash him up, crack that fool. Quarterback whack, yo, sack that fool.